The following podcast contains some mild swearing and descriptions of sexual situations. Viewer discretion is advised.
Warning, spoilers are present in this podcast.
Third World Cinema Club.
Isang gabi ng lagim. Welcome to Third World Cinema Club, your independent, lo-fi, low-budget independent cinema podcast here in the Philippines. I'm John Tawasel from Present Confusion.
I'm Princess Kinok from Film Police.
Tristan Zunampan from Rappler, Screen Anarchy, Film Police, and many more.
Etc. etc.
Jim from gplorapa.blogspot.com.
And we have a super ultra mega special guest.
A friend of the pod.
Yes, talented, versatile actress. Whoa, come on, guys, what? Versatile, talented actress of independent and mainstream films, Miss Elora Españo is here today. Yay!
So we're currently drinking right now and having fun while bashing films.
It's Discord.
Love
Discussing
films. So today we'll be talking about the still ongoing Cinema One Originals Film Festival. So this is the penultimate day. It will be as of this recording, it will be finished tomorrow. So first of all, let's talk about our parang initial impressions of the fest while it was going on. So, Ces, do you want to start?
Naghabol lang ako eh. Naghabol ko lahat eh. Parang pang tulog eh.
Ayan.
So, initial impressions, well, syempre, as usual, si Cinema One, hindi unpredictable siya. It's like one of those unpredictable film festivals that we have here in the country. And I guess for so many years now, I always look forward to the films na nilalagay nila, whether it's competition or yung mga foreign. So this year, medyo well, I'm gonna be upfront, sobrang underwhelming yung iba, and at the same time, still consistent pa rin na okay, maganda yung mga papalabas nila ngayon. So
Ayan. Tristan.
Sige. Sorry. There we go.
Yeah, mapasabog.
Cut mo na lang yun. Yeah, I think an overview rin. It's like from the selection, you can see it's trying to be more, strike more mass appeal. Is that I think they were pretty transparent naman when they said na this selection, they hope to cast a wider net to reach more audiences. That's why we have films na like Bagyong Bheverlynn, pang MMK, we have genre outings. At the same time, we were actually discussing na kung tingnan mo rin, it's like ang queer cinema this year, malakas yung theme niya rin niya.
Yes.
Queer. Kasi if it's not the central theme or ang protagonist ay queer, may supporting characters or may strong supporting characters that are also queer. So that's also a theme I think this year.
Yeah.
Genre outings. I think if we can limit it down to characteristics, it's like mass appeal, queer, and genre. Like kaya may horror, may thrillers.
Actually. Jim, your thoughts on the festival?
Kasi when it comes to Cinema One Originals, ang distinction niya is that mga weird, di ba, minsan yung
mga pelikula
sa films, gano'n.
Yeah,
o kaya bizarre, gano'n. So, this year naman, aminado, pinanood ko yung trailer kasi hindi ako manood ng trailer. Hindi ako palalood ng trailers.
Yung trailers ng individual films or yung parang omnibus nila?
Yung individual trailers,
alright.
Gano'n. So, for me to get an idea. So,
okay.
Parang watching other trailers, gano'n din. I'll be upfront. Medyo from the trailer, di ko rin bet. Gano'n. So, yun.
Okay. Yun nga, parang Cinema One has been known for, parang films na they don't really sabihin mo, ascribe. They don't really follow yung usual films.
Parang they defy convention.
They defy convention, yeah. Like last year, we had Piding, which is like a documentary na hindi, na experimental film na hindi. And then we had films like People Power Bombshell. We had Islands, films like Islands. I think Cinema One also had Alamat ni China Doll by Adolf Alex. Yun, that was a very, parang medyo abstract din yung dating niya. So yun nga, may ganun pa rin ngayon. Although yun nga, even with 9 entries, parang compared to previous years, hindi siya parang hindi naman sa pangit, pero parang may kulang. Although may standouts pa rin this year. There are a lot of interesting or good films na lumabas. Also, first days of the festival, because I think this is the first time na nag-partnership sila with Cine Local, SM Cinemas. Ang daming parang technical problems during the first day. Yun, mga cancel screenings for Ashes Purest White, Asuang. Yun. So, ang una ko kasing panood is from SM Manila kasi yung pinakamalapit sa amin. So, yun. From the start pa lang, problema na. Although, I think na-smooth out naman nila later on yung ano. Ano pa ba?
And parang mas konti entries for foreign this year.
Yes. Parang 6 lang or something like that. Yeah.
Saka yung ma-observe mo, usually kasi diba, Cinema One Originals play date ay November.
Yes.
Unlike this year, it's October.
They moved it a month earlier.
Head to head, facing the competition, head to head.
Yun yung ano na, yun yung problem kasi Q Cinema sobrang now with the new schedule, sobrang kadikit niya. So people who go to film festivals to watch movies, yung inuubos nila yung pelikula, they spend all their money on this festival, tapos pagdating ng Q Cinema, wala na silang datong.
Sorry saying, by this arrangement, it's like no one wins.
Yeah, no one wins eh. Parang, yun nga, unless, well, kung sabihin natin, you can argue that yung upcoming festival, Q Cinema, has a stronger international lineup. So, they might save their money for the later festival. Hindi na sila gagasta masyado sa Cinema One. Although, I'm not sure about kung paano siya kumita in terms of audience. May mga sold out naman na screenings to be fair.
I'm not sure if may implication to, pero I think this year rin talaga like explicitly nakasabi ng ABS-CBN Films.
Yes.
And you're really pushing for I Want TV. So baka, ano ba? Kasi I heard there will be more like Cinema One originals. Not Cinema One originals, not a festival, but as in Cinema One original films.
Yung ala Netflix originals nga.
Over the years. So, is there an effect na that's why?
Maybe. I Want TV is ABS-CBN's diba? Service.
Like Ma, I think, di ba yung Ma will be
it will be shown in I Want TV.
Yeah.
Ma, very excellent film daw. Yun nga maybe they're gonna put it up as a competitor to Hook, yung mga iFlix, ano pa ba yung mga streaming services dyan. Yun.
Actually, they're expanding.
They're expanding.
Parang yung I Want TV, mas dumadami na rin yung digital content nila. ABS is doing that and creating a lot of series online. So, they're getting a lot of directors, especially new ones. And yun, maraming artists din na kinukuha.
Ito, since I was able to attend the screening of Ma, alam niyo yun, isa sa mga trailers doon for the new upcoming series.
Yeah.
Wala niyo isang
wait. Alam ko yan. Yan yung Spirit Warriors. Spirits?
Yeah. Spirits Reawakened. Without the ED, hindi reawakened.
Reawakened lang.
Spirits Reawakened.
Spirits Reawakened.
Yeah, starting
so,
the Going Bulilit kids.
So parang class of 2018 kids.
Tapos I correct me if I'm wrong, alam ko si Direk Topel, yung director, and
Topeli. Who directed Bloody Crayons.
Chito Ronyo's Spirit Warriors Reawakened by Topeli.
Amazing. Title pa lang no? Busog na busog ka na
Dalawang billing.
Yun. So, I guess it's part of their push for their new streaming platform or for their expanded streaming platform. Yun, Hail. Charot.
So, sumasabay na rin with parang Netflix generation, diba?
Yes. I'm di natin alam ano mangyayari in the future kasi sobrang nagano na yung market
Oh my, magkakaroon na ba ng kalaban yung amo? Netflix.
Hala,
Yeah, like, the pride of the Philippines, amo.
Amo, nako. The first Filipino series.
Yeah.
Charot.
On Netflix.
On Netflix.
Yeah.
So, yun. This edition of Cinema One, rough start, okay films.
Tsaka for me, kasi since fan ako ng film restoration nila, although maganda yung film restoration.
Oh yeah, excellent niya.
Parang wala masyadong market unlike previous years na talagang yung mga posters ni sobrang
Oo. Dalawa lang yung hindi, may FBG thing
meron,
sila.
pero hindi siya ganun ka-marketed as before na
Or maybe kasi, like, the films that kasi they already went through the big films. Like, na-restore na yung mga yung mga, ano ba tawag doon? Mas yung mga mas matunog. So right now, it's more of the obscure ones.
Yeah.
kasi parang they take pride on yung yung merging nila with yung sa dun sa nagre-restore. So parang ngayon, sabi ko, meron palang restored. Akala ko wala. Kasi yun yung, parang, although may traction yung 9 films, pero sabi ko, parang walang restoration. Meron pala.
They have to wait next year for Kisap Mata.
Ayun.
Oh
my gosh.
I'm so excited!
Favorite Magdalene film ko yun.
May River Maya, di ba?
Reboot daw.
Reboot pala.
Reboot. So, ayan guys. So, let's move on to the competition films. So, all of us, even, especially Elora.
Yes. Insider report.
Insider report yan. We've watched and or experienced, at least one of the 9 films in this lineup.
But before going to the 9 films, the opening film ba, tingin nyo, about them selecting A Star Is Born, I think that still fits yung queerness kasi you got film na si Lady Gaga.
Isa gay icon.
And the drags, and the drags sa first part ng film.
Yeah, disclaimer, hindi ko
With an A drags with an A.
hindi ko pa napapanood yung A Star Is Born, so I cannot
set the tone, parang ganun.
Ako din ko pa napanood.
Pwede.
Actually, for me, na-weird to ako na dalawa, sorry naman kung ma-mention ko, pero parang dalawa lang to eh. Kaya ito yung pinasok kasi para makakuha ng attention na.
Yeah.
Kasi ang daming fans ni Lady Gaga dito. Second, parang, parang first time nila nagpasok ng first opening film nila is sa Halloween.
Wait, what was the film last year? What was the film last year?
Q Cinema opening?
Hindi, yung Cinema One.
Cinema One. Sorry. Sorry po. Medyo advance ako mag-isip. Sorry.
Then 3 billboards outside.
Yeah.
I think 3 billboards. So, Hollywood
okay,
din.
Not so first
but
time.
it's like, no, but it's
Queer.
more, ano ba siya? More indie, independent. Kasi 3 billboards was premiered at, if I'm not mistaken, different yata siya.
Tapos yung lag time between yung pinalabas yung 3 billboards sa Cinema One and yung theatrical release niya, matagal.
This one,
So parang sneak peek talaga siya.
this one day lang before.
Parang,
The
sige, manood na lang ako Star Is Born bukas, ganun.
And nag-premiere pa siya prior, di ba?
Yes.
Sa mga media outlets.
It was for
Thursday.
media outlets, Thursday pinalabas na
Thursday.
yung A Star Is Born.
So nauna pa siya dun sa Cinema One opening date.
So,
Right.
can we say it's
it's
kind
like,
of like a,
it's ano siya, hindi siya yung off-brand choice kumbaga.
Yeah.
pero maganda siya, no?
Ganda naman.
I mean, we're talking about the logistics naman and the choice, but
the film itself is maganda.
Kung ako, isipin ko siguro.
Umiyak siya sa
Kung ako Hollywoody na big, baka First Man. Yun, diba?
Pwede.
Yun na yung preview ko. Kung available, baka hindi pa
Hindi ako,
available.
man.
Tagal pa nun, pero why not? Daming pupunta nun, di ba?
Yeah.
Yun. So, start na tayo. So, let's start with, Keith Deligero's a short history of a few bad things. So, the story of this is a grizzled detective. He investigates a slew of mysterious murders, and while he's investigating these murders, he begins to realize that these murders, he's in much deeper shit than he was.
Connected to these murders.
Yes. So, what do you guys think? Who has seen A Short History of a Few Bad Things?
Me. Ba't si Ses
So,
muna?
Ces and Tristan have seen it. Elora, have you seen A Short History? Okay, so Ces, what did you think of this
Well,
movie?
I actually like it. No, before I saw all the other films, it was like the second film that I've seen.
Alright.
So, for me, I'm convinced na I want this. I wanted to watch it. So, ayun. Parang poster pa lang na-win na ako na, uy, parang ano siya. Parang may crimes and misunderstood whateverness. Tas yun. So, anyways, to articulate it much better, it's very quiet. Tsaka, ano talaga siya, parang maganda siyang example ng perfect noir, Filipino noir film without, all the bloody mess.
Interesting.
Yeah. Tas parang lang sa akin, sobrang na-overwhelm lang ako sa soundtrack niya.
Yeah.
I like the Cebuano feel kasi
Yes.
it's kind of putting it into the map. Ay, Cebuano ka? Ay, dabawin niya. Bigla nag-ano.
Connect.
Kakalo ko, Kaya naggamay lang. Ayun. Tapos, so parang, sa akin, na-distract lang at some point. Pero sabi ko, parang it kind of grew on, nag-ano lang sana. Okay, sige. Sanay na ako na habang nag-uusap kayo, bigla may nagra-rap sa gilid. Akala ko, radyo lang eh. Yun pala, soundtrack talaga niya. So,
Yun, parang niya ni Keith yun ni Deligero.
yung signature style niya pala.
Style niya, parang yun nga, same sentiments. Nagustuhan ko yung pelikula. Very, do you think, napanood mo, alam mo ba yung True Detective? Parang may parallels ba siya with each other? So, parang siyang Bisaya na True Detective, na medyo punkish na, yun nga, may kanta for everything. In terms of tones, very similar to yung Babylon, yung short film niya last year, which is an excellent short film. They have the same actors, similar actors. They have this parang similar, parang kung saan sila shoot, ganun din. Tapos, yung kasama ko manood nun, yung girlfriend ko, na taga Cebu. So, tinutunan niya, yan, sa sa Colon yan. Ito, Mactan Bridge. Yan, sa may, malapit na sa amin. Ganun. So, yung, kung panoorin mo siya, syempre yung kinasanayan na nating like crime drama, kung meron man, ay mga tipong yan, kali-kali ng Manila, ganyan, mga squatter dito, ganun, sa Tondo, ganyan. Pero ito, hindi eh. Iba yung panlasa niya. To the, parang it's interesting in its own unique way. Na na-appreciate ko. And it also, parang, may mga tropes siya na crime tropes na parang sinasubvert niya. Yun.
Pero I think, kasi may binasa ko dati on kasi I'm a noir fan, so may inaral ako dati on Chinatown, if Urban Polanski's. So,
I love it.
Yeah.
I love Chinatown.
Pero this one, it's like, kasi there's this writer, John Cawelty. Sinabi niya parang, there are different changes that a genre goes through.
Yes.
So, there's, basta may apat siya specify na parang isa deconstruction, isa reaffirmation, isa yung parang Deadpool na parody. Ito parang feeling ko, this is more of siya, it evokes nostalgia. Kasi, it is still fit to the tropes of noir, pero transpose lang sa Philippine setting. Yes, there are subversions, which I found very fun. Kasi, pero at the same time, it hindi siya deconstruction ba?
Yes.
It still follows talaga
the noir.
The beats. The noir beats.
It's relatively straightforward kumpara sa ibang films ni Deligero.
Kasi people would say parang True Detective, pero I think people only think that kasi yun yung immediate
yun yung recall nila kumbaga.
Pero ang daming noir na gito lang yung ang nangyari kasi it's like you don't know what's happening yet. Kasi like you're in the place of the detective
Yes.
And then at the end everything is everything connects. So that's also evident sa film, di ba? Na parang okay, alam ko na, I already see the seeds that they planted and ngayon it all makes sense
Doon na
at the end. Pero for me, yung source of comedy niya. Kasi you can consider this a black comedy, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, kasi lalo yung chair.
What chair?
Yung sa chair, parang may massage.
Yeah, the massage.
Sorry, spoiler. Pero parang, massage chair ba yun? Sabi ko,
Feeling
ba't
ko
may
parang
ilaw?
feeling ko ginagaya niya yung boss niya. Kasi
Oo, kasi parang may ilaw. Di ba yung
May ilaw nga din siya.
Ayun.
one of the most notable parang comedy bits na subtle ay yung parang simula akala mo very femme fatale si what's her name?
Yung, forgot her name.
Si basta, yun eh.
Yeah, we're doing such a bad job at Pero diba,
Walang recall.
diba you don't see her face, you only see
Yeah.
her back, and then very mysterious. Then, pag harap, ay nakapambahay lang siya.
Nakapambahay lang siya.
And, yeah, so,
Tapos ang gulo ng hair niya, unti-unti, biglang
Yeah, so-
appear na yung face niya.
though, do spoil right now.
Yeah.
Sige, go lang,
Just put
spoilers.
spoiler warning.
Sige, sa harap lang lalagay ako.
Pero di ba ang nangyari is, she is a femme fatale sa dulo.
Yes.
Pero at the same time, yung pagkakapackage sa kanya, yung text pa niya yung mga kita po tayo.
Kita po tayo sa yun yan. Sa lookout.
Yeah.
Yan.
So, they're just so subtle na siya. Very unassuming yung humor niya.
Ay, God.
Diba, shared universe.
Shared universe. May gay hired killers din sa
Diba? So, doon siya. Tapos even the chase scene, kasi
Yes.
you would say na, you would think na, this will be the noir na action cop
But
talaga.
no,
Pero,
ganun.
ang funny doon na tumakbo siya. Kasi it turns out, sina Victor Neri, parang naghintay na lang sa bike niya na parang,
inintay na lang nila.
babalik ka na naman.
Kinutusan na lang.
Dumungaw pa. Parang, nasa na sila?
Parang hindi ko alam,
Yeah.
may exit dito.
It's really parang siya. Kaya ang daming one touch doon na driving na. Kasi feeling ko it's like really a wild goose chase lang talaga eh. Diba?
Parang
Siya
bakit
really
pa namin
like,
babalik ka rin naman dito.
Ako yung target market nito.
May gusto kong yung last scene. So dito sa last scene, si Victor Neri ay confronted by the killers and they're shooting a film.
Yeah.
And we find out that yung reason kung bakit hinahunt down sila Victor Neri, yung mga kabarkada niya, is because bilang military sa Masbate, they did may kinumit silang atrocities against the farmers there. So, inisip ko, the film ends with the credits of the film within a film. Inisip ko, yung film na yon, that might be the film we were meant to see. Parang sila yung totoong protagonists ng kwento. At si Victor Neri yung kontrabida.
Parang ganon. If you're gonna...
So parang yun nga, it follows nga yung noir na yung the anti-hero na tas doon sa end we see yung totoong kumbaga heroes ng kwento. So may sabay din siyang commentary on kasi even in Babylon meron ding mga soldiers that that may pinatay silang mga ano ba sasabihin ko? Yung magulang or yung parang kamag-anak nung mga characters or pinatay ng mga military.
And speaking of Babylon, this is diba? This is really Babylon pero like
expanded
Babylon. Kasi I think they announced that na hindi lang to like spiritual sequel but really expanding
an expansion
the story
of
Babylon was trying to say.
Yes.
Correct.
Kasi parang it's yun nga, yung trauma, bumabalik sa'yo. Parang ganon. At binalot niya in a very noirish, detective-y.
Ang naalala ko sa'yo, very Coen Brothers siya na you populate the world with like quirky characters.
Yes.
And then it's ang offbeat niya parang may off-kilter sense of humor niya na unassuming, na hindi trying hard.
Kaya yun,
I like this.
Na-appreciate ko,
May isip ka ba? Elora?
Yun. Any other thoughts about the film?
I've never seen Babylon, pero I did my 5-second research.
Right now.
Yes.
Right now.
And nalaman ko, si Paul Grant pala yung nagsulat. So,
Yes.
I recall before, I saw, Dayang Asu.
Yes.
And nung una ko siya nakita, itong a short history, nang naalala ko. Kasi si Dayang Aso is noir din siya.
Yeah, starring-
Pero, yun nga. Ay, oo!
Sorry.
Nandiyan si Elora. Oh, Elora, what do you have to say about Dayang Aso?
Ay, pasok ko. Ayun.
Oh,
So,
Cinema
sabi
One
ko-
din yun,
Tapos
di ba?
si Paul Grant, kasabay ko siya nanood nun. So, parang sabi ko, siguro kahit paano nagkaroon siya ng idea or something. Tapos, yung co-actor doon, parang sabi ko, siguro nasa Dayang Aso siya. Kasi parang, yung Lopes
Sino?
family mo. Basta yung, so yun. So,
Yeah.
parang wala lang na.
I think naalala mo siya because of Apple and Chedeng.
Yun.
Yun.
So, yun. Ayun. So, parang okay naman siya. Kasi nga, parang it-tackles, the same old tried and true tested, story of crimes.
Of crimes.
Pero, in a way na,
And revenge.
and revenge, yes. Oo.
Crimes and revenge. Tapos, yun nga, parang, yun, marami siyang, parang pwede siya, it works on a lot of levels. Parang if you just wanna crime drama, fine. Ito, meron tayo. Gusto niyo yung matawa ng konti.
Malinis siya in a way na, hindi siya yung mabobore ka.
Yes.
Sarili siyang characters. Ganun. Ay, karakter.
Sa body of work ni Deligero, yung mga full features niya. So, Iskalawags, Lily, and this one. Kasi yung Lily, it also tried to, binigyan niya ng, parang gaya ng sabi ni Tristan, it tried to transpose these familiar elements. In this case, parang female-led revenge thriller na medyo may supernatural tint siya. Ginawa niyang with, yung creatures ng, parang Visayan folklore yun? Tama ba?
Yes.
Yan. Tapos, yung Iskalawags naman is more childhood recollection. So, parang, yun meron siyang penchant for trying to, yun nga, nilalagay niya ng spin niya yung genres na kinasanayan na natin na, yun nga, yung mga gumaganap, mga banyaga, ganun, etc.
Yay.
Hey guys, we have some pizza.
Yeah.
We have pizza from a soon-to-be unnamed pizza company. Yan. Pero masarap sila po.
Happy birthday, Charot!
Gusto lang pa namin pasalamatan. Always sponsor.
We'd like to thank. Ganito, ganun. Ayan. So, next film? Or do you have anything else to add?
Okay. What's the next film?
Asuang.
Okay.
So, Asuang, we've talked about this in part 1 with Alwin and Rain. But sure, let's talk about it again.
Yes.
So, it's based on the Bicolano pantheon of gods. So, Asuang is, hindi yung aswang na yung supernatural creature na kumakain.
Although nandun din sila.
Although may ganun din.
Yeah.
So, Asuang is the Bicolano god of sins. And as the legend goes, he tried to steal the sacred fire from Mount Mayon. And that sacred fire was protected by his brother, Gugurang, who is technically the good and righteous god here. Pero yun nga, he failed.
Operative term is technically.
Technically.
Yeah.
So, millennia or centuries later, Asuang is trying to reinvent himself as a social media personality. Yan. So, he tries to do all sorts of crazy things like gumagawa siya ng vlog, cooking vlog, nagko-cover siya sa YouTube, ganon. All the while, a documentary film crew tries to show him. Pero yung intentions nila are para i-expose daw si Asuang. So guys, have you all seen Asuang?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Elora, have you seen? No. Yan. So,
Si ano mo?
Pero thanks
Oh, yun.
to Alwin.
yan.
Shout out to Alwin.
Shout out to Alwin. Yan.
And Rain for guesting.
Thank you guys for guesting with us. And see you. Excited na ako sa gagawin nyo bukas sa award ceremony. Yan. So, bukas na.
Oh, shit.
Ayan. Hi, Cinema One guys. Ngayon lang po nalaman. Charot lang. So, Jim, what did...
Ganda na lang ako.
Jim, your thoughts about Asuang?
Aminado kasi when it comes to Filipino films comedy, mapili ako because,
Yeah.
di ba lately, yung mga Filipino comedies, not so funny.
Carry bells lang. Carry lang.
Piling-pili lang. So, when I watched yung Aswang nga, I find it wickedly funny, di ba? And talagang benta sa akin yung humor, gano'n. And talagang ang nagdala talaga because of Alvin Oitinco's performance. Siya talaga, kumbaga, performance-wise. Talagang siya na talaga.
Dinala niya talaga tong pelikulang to eh. I agree. Sobrang nakakatuwa siya. Yung ano ko lang, sana, although it does its job in trying to explain the mythology behind. Kasi wala masyadong, ako hindi ko alam yung Pantheon until binasahan ko siya after having watched the film. Pero they set up the basics right there na ito si Gugurang, ito si Asuang, kalaban sila, in some magkaaway sila. There's this sacred fire na gusto niya nakawin ulit. Yun. On the whole, nagustuhan ko siya. Yun nga, the comedy was great. Ganda ng mga guest actors nila. When it turned into a trip up the mountain, medyo nawala ako ng konting-konti lang.
Yeah.
Nung na-downplay na yung pagka-social media-ish ni Asuang. And it went more to Pero I understand na it was crucial to develop his character na instead of this narcissistic albeit misunderstood God, parang naging siya, parang he did something truly selfless for the people na he loved or he appreciated.
Nag-transition siya from yung present commentary.
Yes.
So alam ko yung message is like kasi he's trying to be something that he's not, di ba?
Yes.
So it went back to more of him reclaiming his myth.
Yes.
Di ba? Pero parang along the way in that transition from this story to that story, parang medyo nag-stumble siya kasi they went into backstories. Umamin naman kanina diba si Narine?
Yes.
And si Alwin na they really wanted to make it a bit dark. Yung sa Man Bites Dog. Pero
yes, dapat Man Bites Dog.
So nakita ko din na parang it went dark a bit. Yung may mga namatay. Pero
yeah,
I think it was a way of raising the stakes. Pero medyo hindi siya fly kaagad. Pero yung nga, it's on temporary. Then quickly naman, it regained its footing. So I think overall it's really a good film. And ang fun rin na it's something that you don't see every day, and especially when it comes to Filipino mythology na in recent months, diba, there's really been a clamor na why don't we know our gods, like Gaiman's retelling the Norse mythology, why don't we see something like that here? So
medyo parang na siya sa Norse, no? Na parang si Loki, si Aswang.
Or si Aswang ay si Loki ay parang version ni Aswang.
And even the myth of Prometheus, remember the story of Prometheus na
stole fire.
Yeah, stealing fire. So that's very gugurang and Aswang.
And yun nga, yung sinabi mo na he's trying to reclaim his myth, diba? Kasi his original plan was to steal the fire, the sacred fire from Mount Mayon to give to the people. So parang yun yung tinry niyang try niyang gawin during the second half of the film.
So kaya maganda with the film ay, di ba yung nag-ask ako regarding dun sa, ano bang tawag sa kanya, deconstruction po or crossover, kasi di ba it's Bicol Pantheon of Gods or mythology, and then suddenly modern na.
Naging modern.
Diba, social media.
Ang galing nga na Gods living among...
Ayun, parang siyang Gods Among Us yung dating.
Gods Among Us eh.
Kasi naging mahilig sa television shows pala isang God. Yung kumuha ng phone. Si si Jun Sabayton.
Yun.
I think the most appropriate comparison is if you're reading comic books, there's this comic book I'm reading, it's Kieran Gillen and Jamie McKelvey's The Wicked and the Divine.
Yeah.
Doon kasi itong film na inaswang, it's more of influencers, social media stars. It's celebrities. So si Bast is drawn as Rihanna. There's a star na parang naging siyang Katy Perry. Ang problem niya, it's like people love me for me being a god but not for my art, kasi singer siya dati pero hindi siya napapansin. So ganun, it juxtapose yung idolatry
With
that we have for gods and our religion.
celebrities.
And celebrities.
Yeah.
Na parang the currency is really followers.
or politicians, very relevant.
Din. Na the currency is really followers. Na double-edged yung meaning. The followers meaning your in religion, yung taga-samba sa'yo, and even followers na literal follow and like sa social media.
Social media. Yun nga eh.
Yeah, kasi di ba isang god doon naman na matanda? Parang sabi niya, alam ko yung may plano ka. Ay, sorry. Spoiler. May plano ka.
Si Adelaide ba ito?
Kasi naka-post eh. Public pa. Parang gano'n. Diba? Public pa yung post mo. Parang gano'n.
Hindi siya god, siya yung mga priestess.
Ay, yung babaylan.
Babaylan niya.
Yung isang character doon, si John Lucas, sino siya dapat? Parang he's descended from a line of magnanakaw. So parang human character siya sa story na to.
Ang character niya, para siyang pinadala siya ng priestesses to help in open and close quotes, help out Asuang. Kasi ano siya, para siyang magaling na magnanakaw. Pero it turns out, meron siyang ulterior motive. Kasi the priestesses actually are scheming against Asuang, di ba? They want to scheme against Asuang and use Asuang as the bait, kumbaga kay Gugurang, as the offering to Gugurang. So si John Lucas doon, he's like a person na invested in the story kasi invested in revenge kasi family daw niya gained this bad reputation dahil kay Asuang kasi God of Sin nga siya, di ba? So parang I think si Asuang nung early days, para siya may mga binubulungan na commit this sin, commit this crime. Yung family ni yung family John Lucas.
So pamilya sila na magnanakaw dahil sa kabalastugan ni Asuang. Pero akala ko parang yung at least yung family niya or yung family line niya, may basehan siya sa legend. So parang wala lang.
Yeah, that we don't know kasi yung they mentioned backstories but it's not overtly na gets natin kagad.
That's true. Medyo subtle minsan yung pagkasabi sa kanya.
Yeah. So yun lang, I think doon nag-stumble ng konti in Asuang yun, trying to flesh out, trying to raise the stakes of everything happening. Pero overall I liked it.
I liked it.
Okay, target market.
One of the better films in this festival. Chan.
So, it was tawa kami ng tawa from beginning to end.
Yes.
Parang kahit yung sa dramatic parts, parang makakaharap ka pa rin ng humor sa kanya.
And it's really, it's really Alwyn's show kasi,
one-man show.
Parang I can't imagine, now that we saw the role.
Medyo nalimutan ko si Chai eh. Ayaw ka pala dyan si Chai.
Now that we saw him,
she's still doing a good job. Ayaw ka pala dyan si Chai,
But now that we saw him in this role, parang wala na akong pwede maisip na pwede
parang ito na siya na yun eh.
Yeah.
Siya na.
Ang dami niyang small gags na even if you just listen to the score, laging shanty dope yung score. Nag-iba lang instrument.
Yun. Galing. Kung panoorin nyo guys, listeners, yung first part nito, yun nga, yung pag-cast kay Alwyn ay hango ng isang panaginip.
Yes, sabi niya.
So parang, divine intervention ba yan? Hindi natin. Si Gugurang pala yung nagpaano. So, any additional thoughts before we move on to the next
film? Tingnan nila yung post ni Rain na kasi he mentioned something na hindi niya nasabi na
little character moments
little character moment na kasi sa Asuang you never see him killing cockroaches kahit parang yung mga tao patayin niya na yung ipis siya hindi so it's not explained pero bilang pinost niya kanina na sayang I should have mentioned it during the pod
earlier.
It's because si Kit Kat nga
yung shape-shifting
his Asuang sidekick na shape-shifting hindi niya alam baka yung ipis ay
baka yun yung ipis baka si Kit Kat na yun. So deep inside, mahal pa rin niya siya.
Played by Nats Sitoy.
Surprisingly, nagalingan ako sa kanya.
Gusto ko in general, gusto ko na actress si Nats Sitoy. Mahusay siya. I saw her also recently in a short film sa Cinema One. Pag-usapan natin ito mamaya, yung Last Order. Pero yun, mamaya na lang.
And of course, hindi naman tayo din sa point ni Chai Fanashare.
Chai Fanashare. Always an excellent
talaga yung chemistry nila ni Alvin Oitnico talagang swak pa yun.
And some of yung mga supporting cast si Jelson Bay,
si Chrome Kosho ba yun? Magaling din.
Si Joseph Bayton, si Brenda Mage yata.
Brenda Mage.
Si Brenda Mage. So, okay, let's move on to the next film. Bagyong Bheverlynn by Charlie Bebs. Go ahead, yeah.
Who wants to go first?
I haven't seen.
So,
Don't let me go.
wait lang, description muna. So, Bagyong Bheverlynn, ayan, the titular character, Bheverlynn. She's a, ano ba siya? She's a jilted woman.
Scorned.
Yan.
Woman.
Who is in love with this narcissistic, kind of douchey guy played by sino ba? Edgar Allan de Guzman. Yun. And she can't get over him. Ganun. And her hinagpis, talagang tinagalog eh. And her despair, yan, in not getting over this guy leads to it manifesting as a gigantic typhoon. Yeah.
Okay.
Which ravages the Philippines. Ganun. So, ayan, sino gusto mauna? Elora, have you seen Bagyong Bheverlynn? No?
Questions lang. So,
Kahiga-higa.
Kahiga-higa. For sure. Sino ba nakapanood na? Tayong lahat?
Me.
Ses, hindi pa. So, kaming dalawa lang ni Tristan. Ayan, Tristan. Oh, ikaw, Tristan.
You first.
Ako,
a question. Is it, kasi the premise sounds, well, comedy.
Yes,
sounds
comedy.
slapsticky. Pero is it groundbreaking? Is it life changing?
No. Background breaking na It's a new
mind-breaking, sanity-breaking.
I don't want to be the guy.
Sorry, Cinema One, please invite me next year.
Please continue.
Please invite me.
I don't want to be the guy that shits on someone's work. Pero parang it's at a bar, pero like not the high bar. It's at a bar sa...
Yeah. It's I'm so sorry, guys. It's a commentary on hugot culture.
Sige. You wanna start with
For sure.
Ako rin, I have one good thing.
Yeah, it's a commentary on hugot culture. It tries, parang it dinaan niya sa parody yung fact na why is this girl, a perfectly good, normal girl, pining over this, like, asshole? Na, to be fair, ang daming pelikula ngayong taon na may ganitong storyline. The House of Us. And, hi, ABS-CBN, please invite me to So, ang daming ganun na these films try to champion sticking with toxic relationships. Na hindi, it's not a good thing.
You can say it's a wild and free.
It's a wild and free proposition. Ganun. Sanya Lopez, please guest with us. This is totally unrelated to my statement. Wala na, blacklisted na ako. Charot lang.
John Tomas.
Si Connie Makatu.
Blacklisted na ako. May mukha ako, tapos may X. Huwag papasukin.
Isang wall na puro mga nakita, nakawall.
Charot. Pero yun, parang it's this year, nakaka-frustrate tong year na to in terms of romantic movies. Kasi ang daming ganung pelikula. 2018 na, guys. Parang we need to stop having these films that support or even champion yung mga relationship based on that forgive toxic behavior by men.
And diba parang it's like it sends the wrong message na it romanticizes the idea na you can change someone, you can make this complete asshole someone better.
Yeah,
you can make them
ganun eh.
Yeah, you can make them love you, and the power of love. The power of love will save everything.
Parang pinagdaanan niya sa Tristan.
Kasi nga parang isang pelikula diyan, tiba-tiba yung kinitang pera, wag na lang natin sa basta wag na lang natin sabihin ko ano siya. Pero parang
Join us in our next one.
so parang ang peg niya porke nagpapakyut na lang siya at porke love team niya yung
At pogi.
nagpapapogi at nagko-quote ng kung ano nung Instagram shit, magkakabalikan na kayo. Kaya nga kayo, di ba naghiwalay kayo for a reason? And that particular parang patot siya ng Bagyong Bheverlynn, yun yung nagustuhan ko sa kanya. Yun lang.
Actually, I think at its core naman, it has a message.
It has a message naman.
It has a message na,
to be fair.
Why do women have to be bound by this societal perception when it comes to relationships?
Yeah, they don't have to be defined by the presence of a boyfriend and or girlfriend. I won't judge.
And even diba?
May sawa. Joke lang.
Even the age kasi it's a factor there, diba?
Yes, the age is a factor.
is like 30s and her 30s.
In her 30s.
Nobody will love her again. Ganun si...
May societal expectations on age.
Okay. Yeah. But I think we've done enough to buffer our criticisms of the film. I think the problem is how it goes about
exactly
these things na it thinks, parang it thinks na it's clever by acting self-aware na parang we are making an absurd comedy na the jokes are really gusto sabihin na they wanna label themselves sabaw. Problema, the jokes are not funny.
Yun. Ito observation ko, I watched Bagyong Bheverlynn, more or less half full na theater. The first 5 minutes of Bagyong Bheverlynn, people were laughing. After the fifth, parang onwards, the theater was dead silent. Walang tumatawa. No one's reacting eh. Yung iba nga, yung kasama ko yung girlfriend ko na, tinulog na lang niya. Ganon. Tinulog niya yung buong like 80% of the film tinulog niya. And yun nga, it's I appreciate yung most of this film is built upon the comedy of Rufa May Quinto, right? And I can take Rufa May Quinto in doses, controlled doses, or if they handle the comedy well. Pero this is like a long joke that goes on and on and on. It never ends. Parang never does it parang try to be more serious about it. There were times na inisip ko, is this parang MMFF film ba to? Not the good MMFF, yung pangit na MMFF yung dati. Kasi may especially during the climax nung nag-aaway na sila ni Edgar Allan Guzman, na it feels like yung tipong ultra sabaw na na film eh.
And it's like, I don't get it. It's like, may comedy ba if you just like do random references to pop culture? Kasi if you, one of the things that I really hated growing up ay yung mga epic movie,
scary movie.
No, the first scary movies were actually okay kasi satirical siya, parody siya. Pero like, nung nag-iba na yung writers, when the other writers left and only the two people, si Seltzer and what's his name, mas nawala na sila, naging obscure na sila kasi dapat lang naman. Pero it's like what they did was they just put together a series of jokes, quote unquote, na basically pop culture references lang that act self-aware, and beyond that parang wala eh. So I think Bagyong Bheverlynn is a little bit better kasi it tries to tell a story. Yung nga lang, ang niya, it's like, alam mo yung parang tito na nire-repeat yung punchline. Hindi wink and nina-nudge ka niya kasi akala hindi mo na-miss mo. Or
parang tito, alam ko na yan. Wag mo na ilitin yung joke. Alam ko na.
Yeah, kasi kunwari, repeatedly, parang hugot trigger. Lumalabas si Juan Miguel Severo and reciting his
spoken word Chuvalu.
May lumalabas na parang animations ng hashtag ganyan. So it's like, okay, it's a social media reference. It's a meme in action. So should I be like laughing at this? And parang siya eh. And I think yung sabi kong dated yung humor niya, parang lumang movie. I think it also carries sa paano ka-problematic yung niya, yung political correctness niya.
Yes.
Kasi there's a gay joke thrown in there once or twice yata.
Once or twice. Parang 2000, early 2000, late 90s
na parang,
yung comedy.
I don't know, joke ba yun? Parang may nagsabi lang na I'm gay. Tapos parang sabi, parang di nata kilala. Parang gano'n, ha? Saan ang galing yun? Parang di nakatatatay.
Sang lupalo pa yun, ganun.
And then meron pa din yung they were joking about yung mga bagyo victims sa gumawa sila ng mas matibay na bahay. Yung parang, okay, I get na it's coming from a caricature of a character, si E.A. Guzman. Pero for those jokes to fly, na parang you make him someone na despicable, it's like there should be some sort of insight or may keen observation na parang nakulangan ako kasi like ang surface level ng lahat eh. Parang
yun, sobrang yun nga, parang shallow.
Lady Gaga. Mapapakanta si Lady Gaga.
Parang hindi, joke lang. Parang yun nga, hindi siya bumaha, hindi siya malalim. Ano lang. Kumbaga ankle deep lang yung kababawan niya. Yun. Any other thoughts, Tristan?
Parang, sorry since di ba may nakita ko isang pangit na film dito sa top 9. So feeling ko, lahat, tsaka kahit actually si Asuang, meron akong, yung problem ko lang sa kanya is, I feel na kung meron pa siyang extra budget, may eliminate yung boring parts dun sa pag-akyat nila yung pag-akyat nila dun sa trail. Yun. Basta parang may part dun na, kung siguro may mas mahaba yung time. Kasi alam ko, pag mga ganito, diba parang 4 months sila. 4 months yung longest. Or 6 months, ganyan. Kung siguro mas may budget silang lahat. Like siguro yun si Bagyong Bheverlynn. Kagaya nga ng observations. Feeling ko, if pinolish pa siya, mas magiging okay.
Feeling ko, ang sama pa rin ganun, pero feeling ko at the concept at the hands of another writer or director, it could have worked kasi yung concept niya very parang alam yung colossal na movie, di ba?
Yeah, yun yung peg ko sa kanya eh. Parang siyang colossal pero bagyo.
Oo. So parang it could have worked kasi kumbaga parang the story ended at the concept stage.
Kasi it's a nice concept na magiging bagyo. How? Ba parang
may joke nga doon na hugis edits yung bagyo, di ba? Parang tapos may scenes din doon na pag nagpapa-ere si E.A. de Guzman, inaatake ng clip art yung mga tao sa paligid.
Yeah.
Clip art ng tornado.
Yeah.
Ganon.
I don't know. It feels really dated. Even sa visual effects na yun. Kasi,
actually, yun. Unfortunate guys. Yeah. Bagyong Bheverlynn.
Yeah.
So, let's move on to the next film.
Though, we'll still await Class of 2018 from the same directing writer tandem.
Hi, ABS-CBN. Please invite me to your...
It's T-Rex.
It's still,
T-Rex ba?
Yeah,
diba si Bebs? And then
Charlie
his
Bebs
writers,
and
it's...
Jericho
Aguado.
Yeah.
So, our next film is Double Twisting, Double Back.
Yes.
Tumbling na ba ako?
Yan, tumambling sa harap namin si Elora. Hindi nila nakita.
Ang daming tanong ganun.
Ayun.
Si Prince sumusplit rin.
So, Double Twisting, Double Back, it's about this gymnast named Badger.
Gerald Zion.
Gerald Zion. He's played by Tony Labrusca.
Yeah.
He currently he's living this office life, parang humdrum office life away from gymnastics. But a opportunity knocks and he's lured back into the competitive world of gymnastics, where we realize that he is but one of two personalities in the same body. The other one is Joem Bascon, and he's addicted to sex.
Sex addict.
And these two personalities clash, and it leads to crazy shenanigans.
Can I go first?
Yeah.
Sure, go.
I think what I like, kasi I like the concept of double twisting. Kasi, when I was watching it, nung sa simula, nakita ko na they went into the house. Tapos, yung mom, sabi, baliw talaga to. I was really praying na it won't use this as a plot twist at the end and prolong it. Kasi ang dami ng ganun eh. Mr. Robot, all student films in UP.
Student films in UP.
where I'm from, where I'm studying, parang hindi ako nag-bash ng school. Pero it's like everyone thinks na this could be a prime plot twist na they're just one person. Ito, it addresses it right off the bat. Like second scene, ano na kagad, the pronoun uses tayo. So get some. So what I like, it's like post Fight Club. Like, what if the two characters have already talked it out, worked out a schedule.
Differences.
Worked out a schedule na, sige, pag trabaho, ikaw ang take over. Pag gymnastics or pag other aspects, ako. So, may scheduling sila. And parang, parang ano siya cohabitation.
Yes.
Kasi this equilibrium, it's put off balance lang by Tony's wish. And you can even argue na medyo greedy wish. Kasi, okay na sila may coach na sila, they're earning well, pero you're gonna subject yourself again to this state of deprivation na hindi ko alam ano ba, kasi si Tony is like, as a person himself, parang very ascetic siya na wala masyadong gastos, walang vices, not even sleeping with women. So parang you're gonna subject yourself to another layer of restraint na papasok sa industry na walang pera. So ano ba to? Are you really trying to hinder yourself from having anything in your life? So it's like nagkaroon ng clash between the id and the super ego.
Yes. Yung like we talked about this earlier, yun nga, parang Tony's parang side of the character is yung
extreme rin,
yung super ego niya is trying to balance everything. And Joem is your primal id na tipong chaos ganun. Although parang kung tingnan mo rin, may punto din naman yung character ni Joem.
Yeah.
There was a scene there na, yun nga, bumalik siya sa trabaho. He's trying to earn like a stable income. And sinusubukan niya magka-girlfriend.
And Joem naman actually says that na gusto kong balance.
Yeah, I want balance eh.
Tsaka yung sa...
Libra si...
Libra siya.
Libra. O nga, no, binabalance sila. And yun nga eh, it tries to say something about yung parang yung ano ang isasakripisyo mo in order to join this competitive thing that is mostly thankless eh. There's a scene in this film na it criticizes the lack of attention ng government natin to our sports program.
Yes. And it's not a sports movie kasi
it's not a sports movie.
Kasi nung una I was thinking, will I see sports beats? Yung like may excite ba ako? Pero it's really just a backdrop. Sports the gymnastics is really a backdrop and baka mga visual flourish.
Kasi parang sa psychological thriller siya in a way kasi displaced sila diba identities.
Yes.
So since sobrang competitive nga nung persona ni Tony, given by syempre kung psychologically mo isipin, pag may problem kasi ang isang tao, syempre you will always go back to the previous niya. So yun nga may history pala siya of abuse, tapos parang natatrigger siya lalo kapag umuwi siya ng bahay. So parang naging loner siya in a way na
it's really deprivation. He deprives himself of everything.
Yeah.
If you think about it, the one who's engaging in more risky and dangerous behavior is Tony's character. Parang pwede rin kasi kahit na yun nga yung si Joem, he engages in risky sexual activity. Si Tony yung inaano niya yung kabuhayan niya. Wala siyang pangkabuhayan, inuubos niya yung savings nila. He's depriving himself of these parang creature comforts that parang it maintains his overall sanity. So parang by focusing on just one thing, mas lalo niyang dinadamage yung kanyang mental state.
Actually, ang makikita mo doon sa character ni Tony is that ina-avoid niya, di ba yung ano matawag dito? Yung risky activity na ginagawa niya ni Joem Bascon. Pero on the other hand, pag tiningnan mo on an in-depth level, siya yung mas nasa risky.
That in itself is a risk eh. Yun eh. Yun. Ano pa guys?
Uy, si Elora.
Elora, anong masasabi mo?
Marunong ka ba talaga mag-split? Galing mo dun.
In fairness nga, So, may ribbon.
Sabi ko, kilala ko yun. Sabi ko,
friend ko yan.
kilala ko yun,
Pero break up lang natin na kasi mention na psychological thriller ka.
Yeah.
Thriller siya. I think doon siya nagkulang ng konti lang yung ano.
Yung pagka-psychological.
Yeah, kasi there should be yung push-pull. Pero
Yes.
towards the middle, nawala yung ano. I think, di ba, I like na how it's very amicable. It's very cohabitation. But like, through the middle na dapat may that may friction na.
Actually, parang sa akin, may nakita ko siya dun sa isang part na lumabas si yung doctor.
Si Suzette Cornelio.
Kasi-
Oo, maganda nga yung ano.
Sabagay. Pero,
but that's the end. I mean,
hindi pa siya super
Sino?
end eh.
Parang doon
na
siya sa
siya eh,
act na siya.
pattern act na siya.
Oo, kasi sabagay.
What I'm talking about, it's a middle. Hindi talagang nag-gymnastics na siya. It's like, si Joe, ang character lang niya nun ay, pagbagyan mo na ako, like, gano'n lang siya. He's like the body begging. I was expecting not expecting naman, pero I was hoping na you see na he's planting the seeds of of konting menace or yung he's growing, finding his way na rin to disrupt
Yung
things.
isang time nga, di ba, na pinagbigyan niyang mag-Georger si Joey Bascon. Sinabi niya, gumamit ka ng condom, tapos at the last minute, kinuha niya yung condom para mag-sex.
No, that's nice, pero yung nga parang siguro the middle could have, kasi okay na, he set the concept at the start na ganun sila. Sana naman yung progress niya sa
Yung
gitna.
progress ng conflict, kumbaga.
You see you see the reason why si Joe ay mas nagiging dissatisfied.
Unhinged, ganun.
You see him fighting back a bit. Biglang nangyari, in-unload lahat sa dulo yun eh.
Yes.
In-unload lahat sa dulo na, okay, he's very menacing pala. He can do that. He can bubuntisin niya yung tao just to prove a point, or he's gonna attempt, not attempt, pero he's gonna mess with your mind and you're gonna think na he's attempting something just a little girl, just to mess with your head. So,
panggulo lang eh.
it's all in the end.
May tatanong kay Elora kasi di ba doon sa eksena ng film, merong sugat si si Tony Labrusca. Na-injured ba siya during the shoot? Hindi pala totoong sugat.
It's a scar yata. I don't know.
Actually, nung nagsushoot kami, sobrang dami nang naputol na scenes. So, hindi na siguro na-elaborate or na pagtahi ng original. Kasi kung yung original ang ilalagay namin, parang more than 2 hours siya, and at the same time, rated X na talaga siya. So, yun.
Do you think di ba may constraint ang Cinema 1 in terms of running time? Do you think detrimental ba siya dun sa eventual na naging shape ng pelikula?
Ako actually hindi ko napanood yung buong pelikula when they were editing it. Kaso I think mag-work story-wise. Mas magiging buo siya. Pero at the same time, I think magiging dragging siya.
I see.
So, mas okay na sigurong mas maiksi siya. Tapos medyo open yung nung story. Total mindfuck naman talaga dapat siya. So, kahit hindi linear is okay lang bahala nang mag-weave yung story on its own.
Regarding there's one thing in the about this film na na-notice ni Tristan sa end credits na hindi namin na-notice, na yung character ni Elora tsaka yung bata, they're actually additional personalities of the Tony Labrusca character.
They're addressed as
alter
billing.
ego.
Kasi ang billing, it's like Tony Labrusca's Badger, kid's name, sorry, I forgot.
Maya.
Name. No, I mean the real name.
Oh, yeah.
As Maya / Badger's alter ego number 1. And then Joey Bascon as alter ego number 2. Then Kate as alter ego number 4. I don't know. I'm bad at math, yeah. 4. She's number 4. So parang, well, actually napansin ko na a bit yun nung film kasi it's like their characters are very secluded. And if you think of the dynamics, how are they actually interacting? Example, Kimaya. Tony's in the middle of a competition and you see Joem interacting with Maya. So how is that logistically possible, di ba? So so when they're acting outside of the bubble, doon mo napapaisip na this might not be
Real.
What is going on inside his head?
Yes.
Kasi Oo, di ba? The logistics there.
Oo nga. Kasi parang minsan, yun nga kung kunwari, if you're gonna put yourself in Badger's shoes, you're thinking na, yun nga, you're depriving yourself of sex, of, everything else. Tapos may kausap ka pang bata. Parang, ewan ko, I'm not saying na manyakis ako or whatever, pero parang, if you're gonna think of it that way, na parang, baka may potential, dun sa storyline, may potential na, baka maisipan niya rin ng masama yung bata or something. So,
I think that is really the intention. The intention was really to show the menace of
Joem's character.
To make, di ba kasi explicit naman sabi ni Tony Labrusca, wag na yung bata. Di ba, wag na yung bata. So it's really Joem showing na, like, I'll fuck you up. Parang, your mind, parang I'll make you think na I can do this. Right? Kahit hindi naman, baka hindi naman talaga. Well, kasi they don't
Baka
exist.
parang kinreate niya yung bata na yun.
oo.
Maybe it's possible that the girl at the start was real. Maybe. Pero yung girl dun sa competition na yung balak molestyahin ni is not real.
I'll give you actually a bit of background info then. Kasi I attended the screening, then I asked that question. Sabi nila, actually the kid was meant to be a personification of the mother.
Actually, yun yung naiisip ko while watching it.
I see, okay.
So, di ba, nung sinabi ni Joem Bascon dun sa kay Suzette Ranil, yung nurse na, yung doctor, na parang sabihin mo na yung nangyari sa'yo nung
Bata
ka pa. So, parang nung nakita ko yung bata, and then parang, noong una, parang pedophile ba siya, ganun. And then, suddenly, parang narealize, ito pala yung sinasabi na nung bata pa siya, may nangyari sa kanya with her mother, ganun.
His mother.
With his mother.
With his mother pala, sorry.
Oo, ngayon, parang sabi ko, hindi. Kasi kung kunwari, psychology talk, yun nga, parang, yung bata, real siya nung una. Pero, nung sa na, latter part na, parang na yun, parang it describes his innocence at the same time abuse kasi di ba parang
actually yun sabi parang it's representing the mother, the innocence lost.
The innocence.
So I think sa book
pero paano yung character ni Elora? Parang naisip ko yung cases na sinabi niya, if you're deprived of sex, gagawa ka ng something. Parang si Elora yung ginawa nung personality niya to compensate for his lack of sex.
Yeah.
So, yung figment of the imagination.
Not necessarily sex in general, but
Or
I
companionship.
think companionship and
kasi
relationship.
same interest.
Yun.
Tapos family.
So, wala siyang pamilya,
So,
gumawa siya ng kapamilya. Wala siyang partner, gumawa siya ng partner.
Parang gano'n.
Interesting na.
Oo, tsaka yun, di ba parang, sorry, spoiler, yung part na Jonte, si Ateis. Tapos tanong niya, how is it possible? Parang, oo nga, alam ko natulog siya. Paano nangyari yun? Tapos yung pala,
Tapos, actually, ngayon lang nag-unfold sa akin Pero, parang, interesting din na you're seeing it in such a way kung paano kasi sige, explain ko na kung paano ang multiple personality. Ang multiple personality kasi, based sa pagkakabasa ko, nangyayari siya pag may tragedy na nangyari sa iyo, para siyang PTSD, na may instinct ka, nagagawa ka ng other personality para i-defend yung sarili mo sa mga trauma na nangyayari sa iyo. And siguro as the trauma progresses and yung mga depression and stuff like that, nagkakaroon na siya ng ibang outlet for it.
Interesting.
Tapos, bukod sa outlet, feeling ko meron din parang schizophrenia na rin siya
Oo.
Medyo.
Oo So, it's more than multiple personality. Parang, kasi you're creating na people around you that doesn't really exist.
Yung doon, yung actually, yun nga, maganda yung sinabi mo, Elora, about yung how creating multiple personalities is an adaptation. Do you think yung the incident that created the Joem split personality had something to do with sexual abuse?
I think so. Kasi pag nakita mo, spoiler alert, sa latter half, meron siyang scars. And when you parallel it to So, Joems,
tattoos.
Parang
Tuwasi,
celebratory.
Wasi yung character.
Oo.
Tuwasi, tattoo na siya. So, I think yung fears nung isa, ginawang desires nung isa, para lang i-alter, maging balance. So, yun.
And you really see na I think double rin layers nun kasi 'di ba, like how Joem's character was created as a defense mechanism, something to cover up the bad. Tattoos rin that's also evident na this
kasi
character
medyo
has tattoos, so
fancy, oo.
has these tattoos covering the supposed scars that Badger has, 'di ba? So and sabi naman talaga, 'di ba, na if without me, sana addict ka ngayon, sana ganyan ka lang. So he was really a persona created to as a or as a defense mechanism or as a I don't know what to call that, like
So in a way, hindi siya sexual erotic thriller. For me, it's not. I don't see it that way. Kasi parang may nakita akong Facebook post, hindi ko na lang sabihin kung sino, parang sobrang in-emasculate nila yung palabas na sabi ko, totoo, so medyo parang parang pang-kanto manyakis type, ganyan. Tapos parang ko,
Pero hindi
It's
Hindi nga.
parang naganda ako sa kanya, parang pwedeng mental health day, parang ganon.
Yeah.
Ganon siya for me.
This month is their,
Mental
about mental
health.
health.
Mental health.
Ayun, so sabi ko, ang ganda. Tapos yun nga, parang, I will say na gusto kong manalo ng best actor si Tony kasi newcomer siya for me. Tapos parang, wow, okay, kaya pala ng range
Aminado
niya.
na-appreciate ko rin siya dun sa dedication dun na, di ba, with the gymnastics.
Aside from him being a gymnast pala talaga for...
Oh, so yun nga, for 3 years, di ba?
Yeah, since yung I was able to talk sa press preview nila.
Yeah.
So, Tony's actually a gymnast. He did gymnastics from 15 to 18 yata.
Wow.
Homeschool
15 to
siya.
18. And even even the director, si Pabelo, is actually
Talaga?
also a gymnast. And
Wow.
actually, may cameo siya doon. Siya lang yung may kayang tumawid sa tali.
Oh.
So, siya yung
Ay, ang galing.
siya yung gumawa nun. Yeah. Kaya rakap kasi
Parang hindi makita yung mukha niya, ganun.
Oo. Siya lang daw yung may kayang gumawa talaga nun. So he's the one who did that.
Guys, what's your interpretation of the last sequence? So, yung sequence na yun is spoilers na rin. Super, ultra, mega, maximum trillion spoilers. Pero yung nangyari doon, hindi na matiis ni Joem na gusto niya talaga mag-sex. So, he tries escorts, whatever he can get. He eventually gets a prostitute. And then, when they go to have sex, kinonfront siya ni Tony. They have a fight. So, I guess to the prostitute, parang he's fighting himself. Ganon. And eventually, Tony ends it by cutting off his genitals.
Alam mo dun, kasi I don't think whenever you see him fighting himself, it's not really like sa Fight Club, di ba? Sa Fight Club,
Yeah, yung parang sinusuntok niya yung sarili niya.
I think it's all internal. Kasi example, doon sa una, di ba, yung tiyatali niya sa, yung hinahandcuff niya.
Oh yeah, wala naman talaga yun.
Niya.
Saan yun nakuha yung masking tape, di ba?
I don't think that's really happening, pero like, that's all in his mind. So, I also think that final confrontation is also in his mind, and it's really more of it's really more of Tony
internal battling.
and parang
Battling
more of
himself.
more of letting, not really take over, pero accepting na sige, let's be together na. That's why there's a hug na finally. That's why him cutting off his
But why does he cut off his genital?
Yeah.
His little Tony. Why does he cut off his little Tony? Tony Jr.
Hello,
I think it's really just
Is it just parang is it symbolism of emasculation?
Oo.
Maybe.
I think so.
I think
Like,
so.
he's like lang. It's, I won't stop.
Ako din.
Gusto ko makita kung ano yung nakita ng prostitute. Parang, ano ginagawa nito?
Gusto ko yung lumalabas na tapos bilang inila.
Oo, parang, kuya, ayoko na. Lika dito, doble bayad.
G pa rin siya.
Tapos yung iisa na yung shot na binabalik sa pang continuity ng walang
Shock na
na
shock na si ate, no?
Background info na naman. Si ate pala, meron pa siyang ibang scenes na nag-wall daw siya. Tinanggal daw kasi.
Hindi niya alam kung
Kasi
ano.
hindi rin yata professional actor talaga. So,
hindi.
ganun talaga mga...
Professional charot.
Nagkagaroon siya, nag-wall na daw siya. So, pinagaling mga parts na yun.
So yun guys, any additional?
Last lang. Feeling ko kaya pinaka-ending, it's like, di ba it's like, raising, Tony raising his hands and like...
Yes.
So it's
Celebrating.
Like really, it's like really we are one na yata. I think parang ganun siya na parang...
Oh, pero hindi ba yung sa gymnastics pag naglanding ka, gaganon ka talaga?
Oh yeah, so ano na rin yun?
Landing! 10 over 10!
Oh.
Kaya yun, parang metaphorically, they landed on their feet na.
Oh, ano na, he's now an ego, hindi lang... Di ba yung ego yung tawag sa gitna?
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yun.
Pero yeah, I agree na internal lang kasi sobrang similar. Tsaka yun pa lang sa clinic, di ba sinasakal sa kanya si ano, wala siyang, wala sa kanya. Pero, parang the day after, wala lang, parang wala nangyari, ganun.
Pero John, as a doctor ba, kung pinutol mo si Totoy mo sa gitna ng hotel, will you survive the blood loss?
Guys, medical mystery yan.
Will you survive?
Kasi, yes, I've encountered lots of severed penises in my line of work. Totoo yan. Although, naka-preserve na sila, so medyo matigas na. May malaki, may maliit. Joke lang. Yun parang medically isipin mo, in theoretical terms, ang ethics, pag tumitigas, napupuno ng dugo yan. Tapos, pero it also depends on neural stimulation, on nervous stimulation. Kaya stimulate mo yan para tumigas yan. So, pag pinutol mo yan habang matigas, parang hindi ko alam, parang syempre wala na siyang stimulation. So, does it go flaccid? Para ba siyang hotdog na pwede mo ganunin, ikot mo? Parang rave lights,
Will
ganun.
someone demonstrate right? Sino
Ay, by the way, yung di ba may prosthetic ba yun yung penis nung
Yes, I believe so.
nung severed
Prosthetic
penis?
yun.
Feel ko ng prosthetic ka na naman.
Prosthetics.
Galing, wait ka na.
Yung yung tawag dito, paano yung full, talagang full, yun ba yung kay Joem ba talaga yun? Yan. Elora,
Frontal.
Sabi niya.
Oh, okay. Sabi niya. We will believe your story.
Sabi niya, pero hindi ko din sure eh. Kasi
wala ka naman doon sa
baka
scene.
nanggagago lang siya sa akin. Hindi, ginaganon na nga kasi minsan eh. So, hindi ko alam.
Kasi kamukha niya yung prosthetic na... kamukha nung...
So, nakita mo.
Attentive eh.
Ganyan pag
Kamukha niya yung prosthetic niya. Yung prosthetic na nung naputol na, kamukha niya yung edits na yung nilabas niya during the time na yung computer yata yun, di ba?
Yeah.
So yun. Hindi ko pa nakikita yung actual, I don't know.
Yung kay Tony, yes. Talaga interesado
Yung
kay
kay
Tony.
Hindi naman siya, di ba?
Ano siya, di ba pinutol niya?
Oo, pero...
Pero hindi, iba yung pinutol niya.
I don't think yun talaga yung...
Okay.
Yung pinutol.
Endorsement.
Alas sa robust na siya, no? Hindi na si Paloma yung nasa ano.
Oo nga, Uy, pwede yan, mag-commercial silang dalawa. Kasi Joey Bascon, parang si Tony yung wala, tapos parang, mag-robust ka na, pre. Inumin mo na yan. Sige na. Ganun robust.
Thank you for our sponsor.
Please get us now.
Please, please sponsor our podcast.
Speaking of, may posible yun, di ba? Like kanina sa Lala.
Yung Lala Chocolates.
Yung joke lang daw na aswang na nag-post sila ng
Ilang Lala Chocolates?
Kasi parang sabi na kanina, like the Lala Chocolates joke came from a post na, kasi diba they were posting mga historical photos.
Yeah.
Na si Aswang in history. Tapos sabi ni Aswang, lumabas lang ako niyan para bumili ng Lala Chocolates. Tapos nag-message si Lala, we're interested in partnering with you.
Oh, di ba? Namigay sila ng libreng chocolate.
Kaya pala, di ba nung in-invite ko si Rain, sabi ko, magdadala kami ng mga inasal. Sabi ko, kasi may dun sa movie. Yun yung papakain namin sa'yo. Tapos sabi ko, kahit pumunta ka na, magdala ka na ng Lala. Sabi ko sa kanya.
Yeah.
Yun lang yung yung...
So possible. So baka baka some sponsor
Kay
service.
Robux.
Robux.
And also for San Miguel. Wow!
Kung makita mo sila, Elora, sila Joem, sabihin mo, uy, gawa kayo ng commercial si, Robust. Si Tony parang naglalakad lang, tapos parang si Joem, parang, uy, pare, Robust ka lang. Ganun.
Question ako kay Elora. So, di ba, gymnastics kasi di ba yung sports na pinakita sa film. Ni-require ba kayo na talagang may knowledge kayo with gymnastics? Or ikaw, nakapag-gymnastics ka ba?
Binubuking mo na.
Curious lang.
Ako, wala talaga at all. Pero dancer lang din kasi ako. So, parang 30 minutes. 30 minutes lang akong tinuruan. Although, meron kaming immersion na, especially yung coaches, kasi important sila. Kasi gumagamit sila ng jargon, tapos kung paano talaga paano mo i-align yung movement, paano yung tamang stance, dapat medyo legit yung pagsasabi nila na, taas mo yung hips mo, yung mga ganon. Pero for me, kasi, parang hindi nila sinabing magko-coach talaga ako. Parang medyo light lang. Tapos gawa lang tayong routine.
Ganun lang.
So, yung tinuro sa akin, yung ribbon, yung strong wrist action. If you know what I mean. Anyway.
Paano hinatay ng MTRCB nito?
Pero so yun, parang tinuruan ako ng routine, 30 minutes, tapos take na. So yun. Yun.
Convincing.
Actually, may yung kasama ko nanood, sabi niya, yung coach ni Tony, hindi siya
Montefiado?
Hindi. Yung isa pa. Yung tamad.
Yung tamad na coach.
Oo, hindi talaga siya gymnast. So, natatawa kami kasi sabi mo, napaka-relax ng coach, parang ganon. Yung, di ba sa umpisa dapat hindi pa siya nagpapakita ng signs na tamad siya. Doon pa lang, makikita mo na hindi siya...
Halata nang hindi siya gymnast.
Grabe rin consultant sila. Kasi di ba una si the director Joseph Abello is really a gymnast. Tony's also a gymnast. And even yung psychiatrist, yung si Christian T. I think anak siya ng dating Olympian head coach na.
Wow.
Yung parang both parents niya naging
national team talaga.
Okay.
Ng national team. So parang nanay niya naging coach ng national team, tatay niya coach na ng national team. So
Interesting.
Another question is, bakit gymnastics yung ginamit na background na sport dun sa film?
Bakit hindi track and field? Ganun.
Yes, I'm the director and the writer. Anyway, I think, personal opinion, I think intense kasi ang training sa gymnastics. It takes years and years bago mo siya ma-perfect. And meron siyang certain level of ang tindi ng competition Tas pag dati nanonood ako ng videos ng rhythmic gymnast, oh shit, ganito sila mag-stretch, ganito sila. As in, umiiyak sila kasi ang tindi ng physical pain na pinagdadaanan nila.
Supportive ka sana.
Oo, yung parang self-research na lang siya. So, yun. Tapos, parang, for me, dahil nga ganun katindi yung pressure, ganun katindi yung training, it affects your mental state din. Kasi you're too focused, you're too so hindi mo alam kung balance ba yung ginagawa mo sa life mo. So nawawala yung balance sa life.
And di ba sabi,
nakaka-apekto siya.
You tell a story that you know, and bilang si Joseph Abello ay gymnast. I think it's natural na he told the story na he knows very well gymnastics.
Makes So, any final thoughts, guys, on double twisting? Joba.
Gusto mo sabihin?
Hindi mo na. Grabe, our X-rated podcast.
To be continued.